What's up? How's it going, y'all? So for those who don't know, my name is Ashley. I am a painter. I paint beautiful women with splashes of colors and all types of stuff. So you're gonna find that here. So today I plan to start a new painting of, drum roll, Frida Kahlo. I think I said her name right. Hopefully I did. But yes, Frida Kahlo. I love her. I love her work. I love her story. I love all the art that I see other people make of her. So I'm like, me too. That will be later in the video. I'll show kind of the beginning stages of that. But for now, I'm trying to create a little studio space. As you see behind me, this is my bedroom. It looks a little bare because it is. My bed is right here. It was actually in the middle. I pushed it over to create this little space. I won't show you my bed because I don't like making up my bed. That's just a little thing about me. I don't like making up my bed ever. So I won't show that because that's ratchet. I plan to move. I plan to get a second bedroom just so I can have like a real like art studio space, hopefully. But I have considered getting an external, I guess, studio. So I do want to kind of look around for those, but for now, I don't want to spend extra money. So here we are. Here we are. So if you need some inspiration, this might be the place for you. This might be the place that you can find some inspiration for your art studio. If you're an artist, if you're a painter, if you're a writer, if you are also YouTubing yourself doing that stuff, some of the stuff I bought goes into that. I went to IKEA, got a few things. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get. Okay, as you guys can see, I got this little setup. I got this desk from IKEA and this wardrobe from IKEA. As you can see, the purpose of this is so I can film overhead, so then you can see me creating from a top-down perspective, I guess. And yeah, I just brought in a lot of my paint. This stuff was actually in my laundry room because I didn't have really anywhere else to like set them. I didn't want them like in the way, but now that I have this, I feel like I can like stack them like on the side or something like that for easy access. Here's an example of what I was going for. So if I create, I can feel myself from this perspective. I got all types of stuff. You know, this is me fake creating. I can make a Mickey, make a little Mickey Mouse. This is how his nose was. I think so. There's something I messed up. I don't know. But yeah. So I'm sure you guys can hear my heater. I need it on. It's too cold in here for me to cut it off. So sorry for the white noise, but I'm kind of at a good point with this underpainting where I feel like I can like reposition the camera, and I just want to do a little bit more talking. Just like a chit chat, I guess, paint situation. I know a lot of people do it with makeup, but I kind of want to just like talk about what somewhat inspired me to start to create a studio space in my home. I just want to talk, pretty much. Really, like, the point of this video was to show myself working on a studio space and within my home. And really, like, for anybody who's been maybe following me for, like, just as an artist for a while, especially friends and family, like, you guys know that I have not been painting consistently in general. And at one point in my painting journey, I was able to actually like paint in my home. And the first apartment that I had when I was painting, I didn't even have furniture in that apartment. So it was really easy to make it like kind of more of a studio environment. And now that I live somewhere where I have furniture, I have, you know, limited space basically, I keep coming up on this problem that it's really hard for me to create in the same place that I like to relax, in the same place that I like to sleep, in the same place that I like to chill and talk on the phone or watch movies. I think that my living room and my bedroom have served very specific purposes in that sense, and it's been very difficult for me to like sometimes get into a painting mode when I am at home. So I've thinking about looking into getting my own studio space, not just an in-home situation, but actually something that's not inside of my home. I think that could potentially, you know, help with my productivity if I kind of treated this, my painting and creating, as an exclusive thing. But of course, it's not cheap. It's not a very, I've looked up prices of studios, and so far what I've been able to tell is either I'm going to pay basically a second rent to have a studio that is, you know, the size that I need, that is the atmosphere or vibe that I'm looking for, or I can get one that's a little cheaper and it's essentially a repurposed garage, period. Like, that's the type of situations that I ran into. I have seen some studio, like one studio space here in Indianapolis that was a little bit more up my alley, but they don't have availability hardly often because once people get in, they kind of stay in, they don't leave. And I think that one was like $300 or something like that a month still. And sometimes I'm like, man, or I could put that in my savings, you feel me? Like, so I think it's just hard to be kind of in this weird place where I feel like, you know, my art is not supporting me financially. I don't really have a huge goal for it to support me financially. So I'm kind of just trying to figure out my options. I'm still going to look at studio spaces, but I'll be moving from this apartment in May. And my hope is that the next place I get, maybe it'll be 2 bedrooms instead of 1, and I can create some kind of vibe in the 2nd bedroom instead of spending the extra money. My goal is to really like prioritize my art a whole lot more than I have been, in giving my art the space that it deserves, and not just trying to just make something work, because that stuff hasn't been working. Like, that's just the fact of the matter. I've been painting for now maybe like 6 years, 5 or 6 years now, and I still sometimes feel like I'm in the place that I was at in the beginning, in terms of just my level of discipline when it comes to creating. And you know, I'm not being hard on myself, because I'm not trying to be hard on myself or anything, because I do understand, like, when I first started painting, I didn't even have another job. Now I work a 2nd job. So I know that life is life. So yeah, let me know how you guys like it. Comment below. Of course, as usual, tell me what y'all working on, what kind of projects, what kind of paintings. I know a lot of artists follow me on my Instagram. If you're not from my Instagram, feel free to follow it. I'll link that, post that somewhere, and it'll definitely be in my description. So yeah, that's all I got. That's it. Be blessed and less stressed.